Harald Haas works as a psychiatrist in Bern, lectures anthropology in various institutions, writes books, and also gives classes for self-development, in connection with which he wrote a booklet called Educating Oneself, The Secret of Health. The point is not to be controlled by the head, but also to let our heart express itself. Please tell us a bit about the issue of thought compulsion and why it is so prevalent nowadays. In my occupation with the question of nervousness and the exercises which Rudolf Steiner has given for it, I discovered that one can also see a close relationship to the exercises which he described for the Eightfold Path. This led me further to the exercises which he gave in his book Knowledge of the Higher Worlds and Its Attainment for the development of the chakras. I was very grateful that you stepped in and that you supported me, because I think that it is a great help to do eurythmy in connection with these exercises. The issue of compulsive thinking is a general human phenomenon which can become a pathology. To begin with, the general phenomenon nowadays is that the individual is constantly thinking. This is a fact. Rudolf Steiner once used a rather funny word for it. Gedanken irrlichter lehren. And if we take this apart, we have the aspect of something emerging as a thought, but having something ghost-lit about it, something described in Goethe's tale of the green snake and the beautiful lily, where there are entities which can instill thoughts in a person. So, this constant thinking could also be a kind of entity which creates thoughts. And lehren is a particular Bernese German word which exactly expresses thinking in circles. This is precisely the form which it can take if it increasingly occurs that the thinking never comes to rest and constantly circles. A phenomenon which shows up with this thinking in circles is that prejudices arise very quickly. When one observes these prejudices, they are often dependent that one is personally affected, although there may be no real connection. Rudolf Steiner advises us to seize this as an exercise, to critically examine thoughts which arise. Firstly, to examine whether they are actually justified or whether they are only arising as a reaction from the emotional. This one could then describe as dealing with criticism or obsessive criticism by precisely and consciously looking at these thoughts. This is, by the way, also a strategy which occurs in the mindfulness-oriented therapies, to begin by accepting these thoughts and simply letting them pass as they come without giving them particular importance. This already relieves us of the interaction with these compulsive thoughts. Thank you. So our exercise is to not get directly engaged with these circular thoughts, but instead to deal with our thoughts towards others. This then helps us to come to ourselves and to bring peace into our thinking, We support this process with eurythmy exercises, which we show in the other videos.
Und das zeigen wir in anderen Videos.